She's a lot bit woo-woo, and she's doing the do. Welcome to the Woo and the Do podcast, where Irina and Christine Michelle teach you how to combine the spiritual and the physical, because you get to use all of you and the universe to manifest a life you enjoy. Come join us. Let's have some fun.
Today we are talking real talk. It's happy hour. Bring your drink, whether it's water and magnesium like Irina, or if it's some form of rosé / Moscato like me, because I had to find whatever was in the refrigerator. Definitely come. We are just going to talk about we had some funny stories about what we've done when we were starting businesses, what we've done along the way. This topic came up it was after I was meditating. And I was just thinking about some of the things that I've done that I am so happy to be able to share with other people so that they don't make those similar mistakes, right? So they won't miss out on thousands and thousands of dollars and I know, we were just talking about this. Irina just read a quote from, what was her, Mel
Robbins, yeah.
Mel Robbins, that really was to the point of, if you can't tell your girlfriend, or if you'll feel embarrassed about it, don't do it. Like if she's going to tell you no. And then I was in the kitchen. I was like, well, that's not necessarily true. I like you to go ahead and make the mistake, because then if you don't make the mistake, feel how you're supposed to feel, go with what you feel like you were led to do, you're going to either regret it and be like, oh, what would have happened if I would have done it? And then you're also not going to feel the way you needed to feel when you did it. Right. So maybe when you did it, you'll feel like, oh, yeah. It's over. Yeah. Or you'll feel like, oh, I'm so glad I did it because I'm just done with him not responding, or whatever it is, right? So I do believe that you have to listen to your own guidance and not your girlfriend's guidance or anything like that. But if you're ever going to listen to anybody's guidance, please do ours today.
Or you can make the same mistake and maybe it'll work for you. You never know, right?
Right. Oh my God. So anyhow, I have been, like I said, I've been wanting to have my own business. I have been in corporate America for 20 plus years, right? But ever since I was a young girl, I always knew that I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to have my own business, all of those things. So I bought all of the programs, bought all of the things. I paid a lot of money for a lot of training. And so it was always something that was on my heart. So when you have that kind of passion, a lot of times you're going to just buy things to buy things, right? You're just going to keep searching and searching and searching. So one of the mistakes that I feel like I made was spending all the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on course after course and this after this, trying to piecemeal things together, right? So Irina and I have taken some of the same courses and we're like, oh my God, that was a bust, right? So it's me at, let's say it was 5 years ago or 3 years ago. So it's me at 17 or 18 years of experience, marketing, doing all these things, running businesses, $1 million brands, and I'm buying courses
on branding.
Just got out of college, telling me how to do something, and then I get it, and I'm like, what the?
Yeah,
real. But I was really doing it in an energy of seeking, and not saying that someone out of college can't be super intelligent and know exactly what they're talking about. But I was buying it because I wasn't trusting my own instincts and trusting what was inside of me.
Yeah,
and I have bought so many busted trainings that have just been a waste of my money and a waste of my time. But it was because I was a seeker, and I kept seeking and kept seeking outside of me. So Irina, have you
it's so funny because in the course of the last 2 weeks, we get to chit-chatting, and we have spoken about so many courses that we've taken. And, in my mind, when I'm here by myself, isolated, and I'm taking a course, and my thought process is like, this course is really not giving me any value. This course kind of sucks. I just wasted my money. Oh my God, what the hell? and then put it in the back burner, and there's another grand that I just wasted. But we have taken a lot of the same courses, probably because we like the same people on Facebook, and they're just retargeting us, and we're getting a lot of the same ads. So this has happened. I don't want to obviously call any people out. I don't think that would be good, but we've taken some pretty bad courses that have been pretty unhelpful to the both of us. And it's just funny because the one thing I'll say is, you get those Facebook ads, right? And both of us kind of felt off with the energy of the person. We didn't necessarily even want to take the damn course, right? But it was on topic of whatever we wanted to learn at the time. And that Facebook ad kept popping up. And it's like, after some time, you're like, all right, take my credit card. Let me learn what you got. Let me see what you got. I'm going to learn something new here. And I mean, for any course, even the bad ones, even if there's a takeaway, even if there's like a little nugget of information that you can take away, I think that, even if you can learn that this is even possible, even if the thing that we learned after the bad course is that you could put out a bad course and still make money with it, then that was
or I could put out a better course. It's like, oh shit, I could do this.
If
way
that
better.
person can do it, I can do it, right? You see different teaching styles. So let's take the lesson in that is that it wasn't a waste of money.
Right.
And we learned that you can learn in so many ways, you can teach in so many different ways, you can put a course together in so many ways and still be successful. And or here, I know much more about this person on this topic. I now can take what I learned in this course and make it even better, right? And sell it to my audience. So right. I guess that's the flip side of that, is that there's always a silver lining.
There is. And I feel like the big point here too is to slow down on being a seeker. Right. So like, instead of, I think my big thing wasn't about the courses. It was about the energy with which I was looking for something outside of me to teach me what I already knew inside. And so I think the big thing is that stepping into who you really are and really, really realizing and that you can value your own experience, value what you've learned along the way. And that's not to say that you won't have a mentor, you won't join masterminds, you won't connect with so many amazing people and learn from everyone. But when you're in the energy of expanding and learning, that's different from what am I doing? What am I not doing right? What more do I need to do? What more do I need to learn that I don't already know? Help me, help me, help me. That's a different energy than I'm expanding. I'm opening up to more knowledge. I'm receiving more knowledge from amazing people and amazing places. And I'm so interested in learning like something new. So that's the big point that I learned, was to turn away from being a seeker, turn away from always looking at something that will be the answer, or that is what I'm doing wrong, or assuming that there's anything that you're doing wrong. When you start something new, you're going to gain momentum, right? You're going to be standing in the energy of already having this amazing business, but you've got to build that momentum on the outside in this 3D world and on the inside of having that business. So that made a big difference, was standing in the energy of already having this business and already being there, and knowing that there are going to be times when no one's on your live stream, but then you'll have a couple hundred people watch it later. It's okay. There are going to be times when no one likes your Instagram post, and that's okay, right? It's just really understanding, like we said on the second day of the sold out mindset group, understanding your why will keep you going. Yes. And so for me, I needed to understand that I had a lot of the answers already inside. I was already prepared. I had enough, and there wasn't anything that I could seek outside of myself, from this shiny ball or that shiny ball, or
there's
this
a lot of shiny balls.
Right? All of those shiny balls that was going to save my day and save my life. There isn't that one thing that's there's going to be something that you're going to resonate with, that when you step into it, it is going to help you in a million ways. Like when I stepped into the mastermind that I decided to do after all of those years, I finally bought into a mastermind with a very high level coach. And by spending that time with that high level coach, and it was only 6 weeks for a lot of money, that helped me really like get what I needed to get and put myself on the path of this is what needs to get done. And this is, I'm setting this date and I'm walking out of corporate America, right? That helped me. But when I was before that, seeking, looking for this Instagram course and this Facebook group course and this grow your Facebook page course and this.
It doesn't end, right?
Get the big, get the good clients or get your first paying clients or this and that, right? Yeah.
Exhausting.
Yeah, exactly. It's just exhausting. And so that is why Irina and I created what we created, which is Sold Out Mindset, because we know how it feels when one, you're working a full-time job and you would like to replace that income with your own business. And you feel like you need to go this place and you need to go that place and you need to figure this out and you need to sign up for this. And hi, Mary. Thanks for joining. And you need to look at this person or do this and just try to find, and you're seeking.
Yes.
We know how it feels. And that's why we created this amazing incubator, this amazing group course, this amazing mastermind with two amazing coaches who've all just felt what you felt, right? Because we just took our businesses online and we've been doing this for over a year. So we are still fresh from the corporate mindset and we get how hard it can be. And so that's why we created this, so that no one has to look and seek and not know. And then you won't be working with someone who doesn't understand the energy behind someone who's coming from corporate, the way we look at things. We might be, not really truly knowing who you are because you've got this corporate self where you were hiding who you were, all of those things. That's one of the big things and big reasons why we're so passionate about helping those who are in corporate. You really step into what you desire and what you really want. So what's something else that you've done? Like, take a think, guys. This is happy hour Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Drink, or have your water and magnesium so that you can drink a lot tonight.
It tastes so funky.
What's something else that you've done, like that you're like, oh God, like, yeah, I would definitely recommend people think twice before doing when they're trying to start a business?
Outside of getting caught up in all those courses, which, they still, the point of these courses, right, is to attract you and to make it catchy to convert. And it still kind of draws my attention. And, to wrap up that point, really, when you're starting a business, you think like, how can I get this off the ground the fastest, easiest way possible?
Yes.
It's natural for us to want to make the most money the easiest way, so we don't have to sit there and grind just like we did in our corporate job. And of course that's possible, but it's knowing that, yes, I already have the information, right? But it's not, trying to find like that next thing, right? And a lot of the copy, a lot of the advertisement is that, like, the messaging is, let me get you your next 10 clients and let me get you your next 10K months. This is how I did it in 3 months. Here's how you could do it too. And a lot of people fall into that, and of course it's possible, right? It's all about mindset and what you can get behind. But for me, I can't.
Marketing, right? Because it snatched you and it snatched your attention.
Of course, right? And and the thing that I would say is, it's not about Instagram. It's not about Pinterest. It's not about your blog. It's not about how many words you write on your blog. It's not about how many live streams you do, how your sales page looks, what your copy looks like, what kind of emails you sent, the number of emails. But everyone has their own way and system of doing it. And that's exactly what they're selling you.
Yeah.
That's what they're selling you, is what they figured out to work from all of the courses that they took, right? And then they systemized a way that works for them, that they can get behind energetically, that has produced a result, right? And now they're selling that system to you, regardless of what it is. So there's so many infinite ways of doing so many different things, like social media. There's so many funnels that you could put together. There's so many ways of making money online and making it work for you. And I think what's important is, like, once you figure out how to do the things, right? Like, once you figure out how to put the sales page together, if you don't know how to do that, yes, you need to learn how to do that. Like, that's not going to just magically come to you. Like, you have to learn, okay, like this.
Or it did. It came to Amanda. in her sleep when she had
or it can come to you, right?
Do you need a course? I don't know, maybe.
It could. Just a thought, right? There's some technical stuff that you will have to learn how to do at the very minimum on YouTube, right? Like someone has to show you how to do some things. But there is no magic bullet. There is no fast lane magic pill that you can take and your business overnight just explodes like that. Just I don't think there is something like that, and I think that's what a lot of us are seeking, and that's what I was seeking. And circling back to your point about seeking and just knowing that you already have the knowledge is different, because I think that when you're in that energy, you'll actually find and get the ads for whatever it is that is going to help you learn and expand, because we could always learn more, right? I'm not saying that we can't learn more. There's always more to learn. There's always more to improve. But if
what you get your focus on grows, right? So
right.
For help, you're going to get a whole bunch of help.
A lot of,
do you need it? That's the question.
Do you need it? Right. Exactly. So I think that like getting into the energy of knowing you already have the knowledge, you don't necessarily need the things. And getting into the knowledge of, I just want to learn, I want to grow, I want to up level. That's a different energy than what's, going to get me my next, 10,000 month, or whatever it is, that like seeking desperate energy, like frazzled entrepreneur, which is what I was, like frazzled. How many posts do I need to make a week to get this many sales? And how many funnels do I need to do? How many lead capture pages do I need to have? How many colors does it need to look? I'm going to, split test this and all the different things.
It complicates everything. And
it makes you go crazy.
Right? A lot of the people that are super, super successful, you'll find out that their systems are easy. It's what works for them.
Yeah.
And I think one other thing, if we're going back to like some of the mistakes that we made, I am equal parts very spiritual, very like witchy, very like into the spiritual, right? The manifestation, energetic shifting, like, connecting with energy, all of that stuff. That's a big part of me. And then another big part of me is that I'm that person that is uber creative, but I'm also uber strategic. I can do both. And what I did was I lost that. I lost myself because I was saying, okay, what would people buy versus what would I enjoy doing?
Yeah.
And so when I first started, the focus was all, and that was it, business coaching. And it was just on helping people grow their business, do all these things, and really utilize all of the things that I learned working for billion-dollar companies and put those in their business, right? So to get them up and running super fast, right? Because there's some concepts that when you work for like a Coca-Cola or the Victoria's Secret or when you do consulting for Deloitte, that you really can like embed in small businesses and they can just grow so fast. But my heart and my soul was also into what I had been doing when I was with my corporate job. And that was mentoring, coaching, and also like bringing that spiritual element into it, talking to people, really connecting to their energy, helping them to shift and grow. And so I lost that piece of me. And I think a big thing that I would go back and tell myself when I first start is to remember to be all of me, like bring all of me, because success doesn't come until you're 100% you. And or it doesn't come in the bigger way until you're really voicing what you really want to voice. So I would hide that, and then in the calls with the client or whatever, that's where we would do the energy shifting and connecting, and that's what they really wanted.
Yeah,
and it's funny because yes, they wanted the business results, but they realized and they knew that their mindset, their energy, their vibration, where they were, and once they shifted that was going to get them the results, right? Because we can all learn. Like you said, the sales pages and all of that stuff, that's something that you can learn. And like we say, mindset is 80 to 90% of that. The strategic part, the tactical part is only 20. Right. But I just thought no one's going to pay to learn how to shift. No one's going to pay me to learn how to manifest in their reality. No one's going to pay me to do that. So let me show them how they could do this little tiny piece of what I've been doing for 20 years instead of showing them all of me. So that is something that is just, I would definitely say, learn from my mistake and just start off from jump and say, what do I want to do? Not what will people pay for, right? Because when you tap into that and what would I want to bring to the world, what do I feel like so fired up about, what can I talk about all day, every day, and people can't shut me up, and I talk about it for free, what lights me up, that is where your successful business ideas and all of your products and all of your content, that is where it flows from, and not from where can I get customers or where can I make money. That never really works for you to really shine the way you want to shine.
And I think that comes from the corporate mindset, right? Unless you're a creative, you're paid to do your job, and you're not paid to be creative. You're paid to do whatever you're good at doing. And it's that skill set, right? So we take that mentality, transfer it online, and it just doesn't work. Online, you get to be paid for your energy and being who you are, right? So that could be manifestation. Manifestation is a major business right now. It's people are making millions of dollars on manifestation courses on all kinds of topics. So yeah, I think that comes from corporate. I think that, you know, even with writing copy, right? I was just did a live on copywriting. I remember when I used to send emails to my list, it would be so formal because I was so damn conditioned, because, oh my gosh, if I made a mistake or spelling error, it would be the end of, it would be a whole meeting about it, right? Like, Irina, I don't think that you're cut out for this. And, you know, get reprimanded and written up for not writing a proper email to a client, or, you know, it's the wrong branding for the company. Now that mistake is actually my selling feature. It's a point. Me being imperfect is something that people align to. So it's like complete 180. So that would be something, is like when you come offline, you really have to shed so many layers that have been just conditioned. And the longer you probably have been in corporate, the longer it's going to take to get that off. And it's something.
Unless you do the energy shifting.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I was just going to say. It doesn't have to take that long, but it could if you're trying to do it on your own. And, you know, I find that a lot of entrepreneurs really struggle in the beginning of, you know, letting go of that corporate side of them and having to be so robotic to online. I thought, okay, well, I'm doing career coaching. There's no way I can curse. There's no way that I could be funny. I have to be serious. And it's so funny. And probably one of my members, Alicia, in my group, she mentioned this as I was beta testing my course. That's another thing that I did, is I fucking beta tested a course that I knew people wanted, because someone told me you have to do a beta test to get testimonials, and that's what's going to sell. Stupid, right? But whatever. I learned that lesson, and I won't be doing it again. Not necessary, but people got value out of it. Like you said, you know, we learn. But she said, you know, as she was going through the course, that I sounded not like myself, not like she sees me in my lives, right? My course was like, I felt like, because the topic was serious, job seeking, and it could be so, you know, your income, you know, the job search, it has to be serious, right? I can't be myself in it, and it has to be like a very serious corporate training almost. She's like, you know, I want you to be off the cuff a little bit. That's what's going to make me buy. And I was like, she's probably the only one. And now that I re-recorded a mini course, I was so much like myself. I didn't really care if I made the mistakes, because again, I listened to somebody else's advice, and her advice on the course is, if you're selling a great course, you can't say or make mistakes like that, and you should really cut that out. And so you spend, you know, how many hours editing all your and then the more you think about, okay, there shouldn't be there shouldn't be imperfections, right? You're not getting that message out into the world, and you have so much more to bring, and you're taking so much time to edit all this stuff, and you have to be so perfect and robotic. So that would be the mistake that I think that I am definitely working on, you know, not doing, and trying to be so perfect everywhere. Yes, I want things to be beautiful. Yes, I don't want to see mistakes, but if they happen, it's okay. And I rather now it be done and out there in the world than it be in progress and you know, me trying to make it work and, you know, not putting it out there before it's perfect and ready. So
And the question is, how is your energy behind it? Like what I feel is like when the idea comes, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you have an idea from a course, and we're going to be teaching more about this in sold out in 90 days. But let's say your idea comes, you go to sleep, you say, give me the idea when I wake up. You wake up, you get the idea. Start writing about it now, because that's when it's fresh. That's when it's flowing. That's when you need to like write it out, type it out in a Google Doc or whatever, so that you can get it from when it was fresh.
Yeah.
I feel like ideas, we're all connected, right? It's one mind, oneness, all of that. So that idea that's coming to you could be going to someone else, and they're going to grab it. And
They better not.
they're just going to run with it. And right. And it's, you're going to be like, oh man, I got this idea 4 weeks ago or 4 months ago, and now I'm going to do it. And you might not even remember like really what was so lighting you up about that idea. So I like to challenge people to say, I know I've made this mistake trying to do everything perfect. I have so many ideas in my book. I do an idea,
and I love that.
Ideas 10 to 20 every day. And that gets my idea, thing going. But most of those are just to get the idea thing going. None of them are, ones that I would do.
It's like a muscle,
like
right?
Yeah, it's exercising my idea muscle. But in my journals, like this is the journal that I started with in the beginning of the year, these two. And I just wanted to like open them, and I was reading them, and I'm like, oh, that was a good idea. Oh, that was a good idea. And it's like these, because I went to sleep, while I was doing this mastermind, and said, okay, universe, I was like, God, when I wake up, give me the idea for that program that I want to do. And it's in here. But I never took the action. I felt, oh, I have to have a bigger following, or, oh, I need to do this. And my mentor was like, forget that. I've seen people with 26 people sell sell memberships programs. She's like, you don't need a following or whatever. And despite her still saying that, I didn't take the action. And so one of the mistakes that I made was not following my intuition. And that's why I fast forwarded 10 months or nearly 10 months. And now I know, like when I hear something, I go. When we were talking about the sold out minds, I was like, let's go. I had another conversation.
It happened in one day.
Someone else about another program. I was like, let's go. Just go while the idea is hot, and like really take it. Even though the action may be scary, you're going to see that you expand a lot faster, and you jump into where you desire to be a lot quicker when you take the action, even if it's scary, because really the fear is trying to just keep you where you are. Yeah. Safe. It doesn't realize that it's safe already. Like when you take this step, you're still safe, right?
Yeah.
Because you have never experienced that before. So that's another mistake that I made, not taking immediate action on something that I felt led to offer.
Yeah. And this goes back probably to leaving corporate and me thinking that I would have to stay in corporate for longer than I had to. Like I probably should have acted on it sooner, right? So I think I stayed in corporate a lot longer than I should have, because I did leave and I went back, and it was because I thought it was safe, and those were limiting beliefs, and we can talk about that all day. Yeah. But it was, me not trusting, not believing, and not being secure, like not being confident, not thinking that anybody would pay for anything. And now not only have people paid me for it, but I've transformed so many lives, which is so much more satisfying and gratifying than working for a corporate and getting that paycheck. Again, like I mentioned, I would do this for half the price.
Yeah, it feels so much more fulfilling when you're being able to inspire and empower and really do stuff that you're passionate about, right? Yeah. I get lit up when I get on live streams. I get lit up on the phone with a client. I get lit up because I'm just so excited to do what I do. And that's why I'm here. I was thinking when you were talking about another funny story. So another mistake that I made, it's the energy with which you do things, right? So for example, when I first decided that I was going to leave corporate again, right? I moved out from New York. I left Victoria's Secret, came down to Tampa, retired. But like my sister and I were going to do this boutique and all of that never worked out. So then I ended up working for another company. And while I was working at the other company, I got this idea I was going to do my own beauty business. And so I had that put together where we were doing the beauty business. I created this amazing formula for this scrub, and it was, I mean, people love it. I mean, their skin looks amazing after. It's freaking amazing. It's a coffee scrub. So, but I really created that business because I wanted to really leave my corporate job. Like I really wanted to be back on my own because I had almost a year after leaving Victoria's Secret of just doing my own thing. And I was like, I need that again. So the energy behind it was like running away from something. And my business was created to run away from something. The business was created as just something to do that I know can do and that I can make money from. And there was just a lot of like a Herod energy, just a heavy energy, but it still was like, I'm going to do this. So there were so many mistakes that I made when I started the beauty business. For example, I calculated my formulas for my product based on like physical weight of the product and not based on volume weights. So I bought enough coffee to feed the entire world for the next 7 years. Like if you guys
send it my way,
right? If you need organic, high concentrated coffee beans, call me. I will send some your way.
Yeah.
But I did that. And like, I went into extreme debt, really trying to get this business up very quickly. And it was successful. We were able to sell into international countries. We were able to sell into some great boutiques and all of that stuff. But the energy of it wasn't light. It wasn't where it really needed to be. We were successful when we eventually went into, like I said, we were in boutiques, we were international, we were in Saudi Arabia, we were also in Dubai, we were in all these great places, but it just wasn't right. And I found that my excitement for the business came when I decided to move into the coaching and move what I was doing offline onto online. And that's when I really felt the expansion. That's when I felt the excitement. So one of the things that I would say that I made the mistake of was starting a business with the energy of running away from something. Mm-hmm. I know that you want to get out of corporate. I know that that's not what you want, but don't make that your ultimate goal of why you're doing your business. Yes. Make it that you would just enjoy, the passion behind it, what your why is. Focus on that. And when I did that and focused on the inspiring, the empowering, being able to make a difference, being able to just, help women grow and do all of that, that really shifted the energy of my entire organization, my corporation. Also, when I shifted to loving my job every day. So even though I knew that I wasn't going to be there much longer, I really spent the time loving on my direct reports and my mentees and all of the people that I worked with and really appreciating it. So like when I would drive to work, I really talked about how much I appreciated being there. And I would go there genuinely happy to be there. And that really helped start my business and opened up the avenue for me to walk out of corporate America. So I really would say shift the energy. If you're starting your business to run, shift that. Like really start the business because you know that you are meant to do it. You're meant to inspire. You're meant to help whoever you're helping, create beautiful fragrances, create beautiful clothing, whatever you're bringing to this world, focus on that why.
Yeah. Yeah. So another mistake that just popped into my head is thinking that you have to have everything before you can get started.
Oh, right? God, yes. No, yeah. No.
A lot of people do this, and I'm guilty, is thinking that you need to form a corporation, get a website up, get a logo going, have brand colors, have all of these, amazing things, all the technology, all the know-how, all the information, all the research, certifications. It goes on and on and on before you can get started. You can get started with nothing. Like you literally can get started with your Facebook page.
And PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal. You need to get away. Even without PayPal, people can give you money.
Yes, you can do Venmo. Yeah, there's so many different apps.
So many options.
Quick Pay and Chase.
Yeah, they can pay you however you feel like you need to get paid, right? You just need a form of getting paid, and PayPal happens to be a very easy way and something that people have even before they start their own business.
Yeah, exactly.
But you don't need a fancy website. Actually, I'm right now following someone that's really inspiring, and like I love their energy, and their entire website is lead pages, the entire damn thing. The entire thing. She doesn't even have WordPress, which I thought I needed. And a lot of people, do all this. That's another thing that I did is market research and analyzing my clients' pain points. What the fuck? Like, I worked in corporate. I know my clients' pain points were the job seekers that were telling me their pain points for 10 years.
And they're your own pain points, right? You had those pain points.
I had those pain points. I didn't need to know. What language do I need to learn? Like, I had the same pain points. My damn copy is me. I went through it. Like, yes. I didn't need to do these free consultations. I had corporate experience from top companies. Like, what the heck? And yes, this is somebody else's system and advice. Do free consultations so you can learn the words of somebody else. Like, no, I don't care what the words are of somebody else. If someone loves my energy, I have the experience. I can bring you and I can transform you right there and then. So right. It was a lot of wasting time, and that felt so bad to me. I was in my corporate job helping people for free. Why? I could have charged for that time, and I could have gotten out of corporate so much sooner. Like, what the hell?
Yes. And it's so true. Like, there's so many people that you can learn from. There's so many amazing people out there, right? That's true. But like you see, they said, learn the words of the people. All you have to do is tap into what is that person feeling. Pull out your journal and just say, okay, this is the next thing that I'm creating, right? What did I feel when I was going through this?
Because you're usually going to create something that you went through already, right? That's how you're coming up with this idea and solution.
Exactly. Or sometimes some of the programs that you'll create, that you'll be like, oh, I would love this, or I would love this right now, right? So it's sometimes the programs that are the best programs are programs that you want for yourself, and not that you don't know about it. It's just like, wow, I would love to go deeper and dive deeper in it. Awesome. So we are going to go because Irina has got to go. She's going out tonight. She's got to have, she's got to drink the rest of her water. So she's ready to get all the liquor in. And then I'm going to take all this makeup off and go to sleep because I'm so tired. Life of an entrepreneur. I'm so tired. I'm just going to bed. So hugs, kisses, all the feels. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for tuning in to the Woo and the Do podcast. If you loved it as much as we loved recording it for you, please leave a review and join me and Irina on Facebook and Instagram at The Woo and The Do. Also, please come hang out with us in the lounge on Facebook. It is our insiders group. You'll have access to me and you'll have access to Irina, and we will give you show notes and freebies and all kinds of amazingness, and you can connect with more listeners of this podcast and have a listening party. In the meantime, remember to embrace all of your woo-woo goodness and continue to take that divine inspired action and do the do. Bye.